Hey everybody, Scabba Gaming here and welcome to No Man's Sky. Now I've done a couple of live streams with No Man's Sky, but I haven't actually done any videos. Now today I'm going to travel to a new planet, but I also want to talk to you about performance issues and how I've managed to get around them, because as you can see I have managed to get around them. Also the quality of the game, and I thought it was about time that I gave my opinions of it as well. I'm about 30 hours in already. I say already, it's been out for a fair amount of time, but like everyone else, you know, I had my doubts at the beginning. Now I'm just going to travel over to no, I'm not going to go to Morosiki Prime, I've already been there. We're going to go to a new planet, Oyamada di Chica. Sounds like a good place. Let me warp over there and see what that place is like. Now No Man's Sky, when it first came out, for me, had absolutely no issues. Logged into the game, everything worked pretty much seamlessly, although I did get some shuddering. That was because of the shaders. After a while that kind of settles down. But with the recent patches I started having issues, which is completely opposite to what should have been happening. Now, like, you do know that I play this on PC, not PlayStation 4, so there have been some major issues on PC. Now, one of the big things that really annoys me about the game is that I don't know if it is upscaled, but it looks like the game is upscaled from 720p to whatever resolution that you want to run it in. Running it in 1080p actually doesn't make it look any better. It makes it look worse. So I now run the game in 720p. As well as that, the highest anti-aliasing method on the PC actually causes a massive amount of sluggishness and slowdown on my PC. It runs at 60 FPS everywhere until I enter a building. And then suddenly it just shudders and it's unplayable. It's terrible. So I've had to knock that down as well to a slightly lower version of anti-aliasing. I'm about to get attacked by ships, which is very annoying. Now you've got to kind of hope. Let me just swap to my phase beam, because oh crap, this is a problem. One ship, fine. 5? That is a problem. That is a genuine problem. I'm going to try and evade them, because I can't take out 5 without my shields going down. That's just upsettingly unrealistic. And this is another one of those problems with the game, actually. Attacking ships remaining 3. Yeah, right. There is at least 5. Does that make any sense? Oh, man. It's so bad being attacked by ships out here. It really is. They just hammer you. There's no real skill involved in the space combat. Right, now I have to go into here, deflect a shield, knock it back up. It's one of those interface issues that this game is really struggling with. And I'm getting a lot of overheat on my phase beam. I've got a brand new ship, and it's overheating every time I fire, which is a bad thing. Right, that's another one down. I think I can take these guys, but it's an absolute struggle sometimes. Come on, you're going to go down. Right, he's dead. I've got 2 more to go. For some reason it's not turning. Okay, cheeky. Shield down again. Right, it's easier to do it with mouse. Whew! 2 more to go. And this one over here looks like he's going to go down first, so... Come here, you. And there we go. That's 5 ships being taken on. Now, honestly, it's not difficult to take on ships like that, but your shields will go down. There's no way you can take them out quickly enough to actually avoid your shields going down. The problem is that you have to enter your inventory to actually like carry on the fight, which is painful. Right, so anyway, back to what we were saying. 1080p, not worth doing. You've got to run the game in 720p and it actually looks better. The reason for that is because it's upscaled and the jaggedy edges around everything actually get elongated and they look worse because they turn into steps. And that is really bad. I mean, it genuinely looks worse than 1080p. The only thing that really benefits Well, the only benefit that you get from it is that your HUD increases in resolution and actually looks finer. But in all honesty, a 720p HUD isn't that bad. So it's not a big deal. Let's see what this planet's like. Now you'll see that I'm getting an exceptional frame rate. There's no loading, no shuddering. Well, I hope so, unless the video's bad. But the game is running impeccably, and I've increased the frame rate to 120 degrees. Sorry, the frame rate, the field of view to 120 degrees. The reason for that is because the game, like on PlayStation 4, looks zoomed, and you need to increase the field of view, otherwise you just end up having a really bad time of it. It's one of those reasons why I wanted it on the PC, and unfortunately it's just not optimised for this platform at all. Even with the recent patches, you are still going to come across problems, and if you're really unlucky it's still not going to run. Which is an absolute shame. They say they fixed 70% of the issues, but I actually had some introduced, so it's not absolutely true. Now, all that said, I actually really love the game. Like I say, I'm 30 hours in, and I don't feel like I've seen everything yet. I probably have, but but I'm still coming across really, really awesome things, like really awesome animals, planets. I mean, every planet I've visited so far is different, and I really don't get why people keep saying that everything looks and feels the same. It doesn't. Actually, it all does look and feel quite different. You have to combat different weather effects. Some places have storms, and some places have extreme storms, which just make that survival element worse, especially if you're going to try and swap your ship while you're there. Because if you have to go out and find resources while in an extreme storm, you will come into troubles. Trust me, it goes down really fast on some places. Now I'm on my, I don't know, like 10th ship. I'm not joking. I've got 26 inventory slots now, and it's gone up by 1 every time I've increased. And I'm sure you start with like, I don't know, 8 or something like that. So I'm on like at least my like 10th, maybe 15th ship, something stupid like that. It's just getting silly. And I've upgraded my inventory massively. Once you get to this stage of the game, actually, you don't tend to run out of inventory space. Or if you do, it can be dealt with quite easily. I mean, look at all this inventory that I've had, and I just did that entire last planet without any problems. This place is actually pretty cool looking. I like it here. Oh, hello. Now there is some popping, as you just noticed. Even on the PC, we don't get away with that. That's part of the engine. It must be, because there's no real excuse to have that sort of popping on a PC. What is that? It looks like a stegosaurus with tusks and 6 legs. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, so on the PC you can edit the background. I think it's an ML file or something along those lines in Notepad, and you can change all of these features and graphical settings and stuff to like push the field of view past 100 degrees. You can change it so you're not using G-Sync, or you are using G-Sync if they're causing issues. You can fine-tune the game to make sure that it runs on PC, and then you get an experience like this. Now, like I said before, if you run it in 720p, the game looks better. There's no denying that. It doesn't look fuzzy, it looks sharper, which doesn't make any sense at all. But you are going to be running in 720p. I mean, there's no doubt that this is 720p. It's not 1080p. And to me, there is no way to run it in 1080p without it looking terrible. Anything above that still looks terrible. It doesn't seem to increase the graphical fidelity of the game at all. All it does is cause slowdown, because you're running a game at like 2K or 4K, or even 1080p is slower than 720p for obvious reasons. So my advice is run the game in 720p. You'll be getting a PlayStation 4 visual game, but you'll be able to push the detail levels up. You'll get a much better frame rate. It's not capped at 30 FPS like PlayStation 4. You'll get 60 or more. In my case, I'm probably getting God knows what, 120, something like that. And the game just runs so much better in its natively designed format of 720p. Now, that's just my advice. I mean, obviously, you buy games like this for the PC for a reason. You buy it so you can run in higher resolutions, at higher frame rates, with greater details. Unfortunately, if you want to play the game, and I do recommend that you play the game, you're going to have to put up with those lower graphical settings. And you know, when we play Minecraft, we put up with lower graphical settings. Let's be honest, it doesn't look like a modern game. You just kind of have to use that mentality and accept that what's there is there, and not bitch and moan about it constantly, and just enjoy the game for what it is, because a game is not made by its visual qualities. A game is made by its depth, what you can achieve, what you see, the gameplay elements. Now, there's lots of people that will argue that that too is lacking on No Man's Sky, and that's absolutely fine for them, that's their opinion. I really like the game. I think it does have great survival elements. It does have a massive amount of variety. Every animal looks different to me, although I have to admit, some planets do look samey, some animals do look a little samey, but they are procedurally generated. And I have come across some huge animals. Yesterday I came across one that was 6 meters high and weighed 250 kilograms. And that is a big animal. Yesterday I saw a picture on Reddit of someone who came across an actual mantis, like a prey mantis. I haven't seen anything that looks anything like that yet. I've come across sharks, although people say all you get in the sea is fish. That's not true. I've come across butterflies when people were saying that wasn't in the game. I haven't yet come across like extreme wilderness planets like desert. I haven't come across complete snow biome, although I have come across snow. That's quite numerous. Lots of rain, toxic radiation, sandstorms, toxic storms, lots of different things like that. There's so much variation in the game. Just don't believe everything you're told about how shallow it is. It's not that shallow. Everything you do on a planet is a bit samey. That is absolutely true, but if you enjoy that, if you enjoy exploring, there really isn't a lot that you have to collect, and a lot of the scripted moments are well written. The aliens are quite interesting, although a little pointless. I have to say they are a little pointless, but they do add a feeling that there are other live things in the worlds. The only thing I will say is the one thing that really stands out on No Man's Sky is the exploration. It is a really fantastic game for exploration. Now, one of the things that I really enjoyed about things like Minecraft or Ark was just visiting places, just going to see what's out there. That is a really big animal. That is 5 meters high and 230 kilograms. So when people say there are no big animals in the game, that is a big animal. No lie. It's another big animal. There's lots of big animals on this planet. It's 2.7. I kind of lost where I was going. But I just want to say that the game is great. I'm enjoying it. I'm 30 hours in. I'm still enjoying it as much as the first time I played. I used to play Minecraft just so I could walk around and see things that are amazing. And there's so much amazing stuff to see in this game. What is that? That's just bizarre. But yeah, it does have its problems. I'm not going to like completely defend it. The game is clearly not designed for PC. It's a PlayStation 4 exclusive. It was designed, optimized. Everything feels like a PlayStation 4 game. That said, it's still worth buying on the PC. The exploration is fantastic. The planets are varied. The systems are varied. They all have a different look. The screenshots that you can get from it are amazing, but you're going to want to smash the resolution up probably just to get them to fit desktops without stretching and stuff like that. Because 720p stretched to 1080p does look terrible. It does look better running the game in 1080p for screenshots, because the blurriness on the edges and stuff don't matter so much as backdrops and stuff. But yeah, I'm sort of rambling now. I just want to show you guys that the game can run fantastically well on PC. You will get solid 60 frames per second. I just recommend that you run it in 720p. It's as simple as that. It looks better. And although that's a shame, it still looks fantastic, as you can see. The game is just awesome to look at. Like I say, I'm rambling. I'm not going to defend the game too much. It has so many issues. They're all over the internet, so I'm not going to go into them. But guys, if you were thinking about buying No Man's Sky and were put off by some of the bad views, I still think it's really worth doing. The Atlas path is actually quite interesting and fun once you get the Atlas passes that you can use from your inventory. You actually start discovering a few more things, you get more loot, the game becomes easier, and everything becomes easier to manage. The ships are varied. They're easy to come by, everything's easy to upgrade. It's a very simple game, but it's deliberately done that way to be, well, I don't know, varied and accessible, rather than something like Ark, where you could stay in one place for 10 hours because you're afraid to leave your base because it's full of Allosaurus or Carnotaurs or T-Rexes, something along those lines. You don't need to feel like that in this game. You can get straight off. You can stay on one planet for 100 hours, or you can go to numerous other planets within 10. Genuinely. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh my god, that was close. I hope you enjoyed this little sneak peek of what it's like to play No Man's Sky, and a genuine, honest opinion of what it's actually like. I thought he was coming at me then. They do attack you. It's being a little big weirdo. So yeah, guys, please click like and subscribe if you like this video. If you want me to do more No Man's Sky videos instead of live streams, then please tell me in the comments below. I'd happily do some, and we'll get some proper exploration done. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.